Hey friends, welcome back to another video. My name's Lefebvre and we are back with another Valentine's Day easy, simple illustration card making extravaganza week. Did that make sense? No, I don't know. Either way, we're going to be painting some bright and fun things that you can do with your kids. We're making it super easy, super quick. So if you have to do a big batch of them, it's going to be great. So let's jump in and get started. Okay, so today we are going to be doing 4 easy Valentine's Day designs again, but this time they are going to be so simple. I want you to do these with your kids, your grandkids, your nieces, your nephews, something so easy. Or if you just want to bust out a bunch of them that are very easy, like a batch of them, this is the way to go. I'm going to give you 4 different simple designs. Let's do it. Okay, so for my materials today, I am using my Academy watercolor paper pad. I've just kind of cut it into 4 with my pencil. I have my Shinhan watercolors and I have a size 4 round brush, but I also have a size 10 round brush. And I have some metallic watercolor. So if you have metallics, those are always great to use, add a little bit of sparkle. Up to you if you want, but yeah, let's do it. Okay, so for the first one I want to do is very, very simple. You're just going to paint a heart, okay? And if you're doing this with children, it doesn't have to be a perfect heart, okay? So you want to water up your brush quite a bit. If you want to sketch it out first, if you're, if you want it to be a bit more structured and perfect, you can definitely do that. But I want you to just paint a heart with lots of water. Okay, doesn't have to be perfect, symmetrical, whatever. And you're just going to fill it in. I'm using a light wash of pink just to start so you can see. But you want it to be nice and wet because what we're going to be doing for this is we're going to be doing a beautiful wet on wet technique, which is one of the simplest things you can do, but they look so beautiful. And if you just do all of your Valentines like this, they will look gorgeous. Okay. So we have our heart here and it's nice and wet. You don't want it where there's like puddles on puddles. Just because it will be harder for the watercolor to move around. But even if it does, and you're doing it with kids, it's not that big of a deal. Then you're going to pick your favorite colors. I'm going to pick some pink because I like pink, especially for Valentine's Day. And you're just going to drop it in and watch it move. Okay, some colors kind of explode a little bit better than others. But you're just going to let them drop in the color. You can even tap a bit, and if it gets other places on the paper, that's okay too. You can grab your metallics and also drop that in and watch it move. Okay, and if the kids just kind of want to mix it all up, do that too. Honestly, whatever works. This is the easiest Valentine you can do with your kids. And they always look so beautiful because watercolor just naturally looks beautiful. Okay. And I'm going to do a little bit of gold splatter. Might get on the other Valentines a bit. That's okay. All right. And that's about it. Honestly, so simple. So if you wanted to do like a whole class full of these, you can. If you wanted to take it up a notch and do a little border around each, you could do it with marker after everything dries if you want, if that's easier, with a ruler. I like to freehand it just because I feel like it looks a little bit more whimsical and handmade. But I love a good border. Okay, I'm using my gold. Another fun thing you can add if you want, if you have some salt and you want to add a little bit of texture to that heart, you can grab a little bit of salt. I think I'm going to do that because why not? Let's have fun with this, okay? I have like the tiniest little bit of salt here, still in my my Frankenstein mug. And I'm just going to put a little bit on there. Not a lot, just a little bit. And I'm going to let it dry. And that's our first one. You could honestly bust out like 20 of those so easily. Okay, so that's the first design. The second design Again, we're going to be drawing hearts. This time we're not filling them in. We are just doing outline. So I want to use my smaller brush, my size 4 round, and quite a bit of water actually. And I'm just going to draw a bunch of hearts, and I'm going to keep dipping it in water. So these lines are very, very watery. They can touch each other, and then you can grab some paint. And if those lines are still watery, you'll get these really cool color bleeds. So I'm just going to dip my brush in water. You can even, let's grab some purple. Let's change it up a bit. Okay, and I just like them really wet because then the color runs into each other. So I'm trying to touch the outlines of the other hearts. Okay, then I'm going to grab some color, drop it in, and it's really actually therapeutic to do. And if you want to do like messy hearts, do messy hearts. Like, they don't have to be perfect. They can be big, they can be small. Okay, and just have fun and just kind of drop that color in. Dark ones, purple ones, little ones, big ones. And again, this is another one that like doesn't take too much time and is so much fun to do. I would actually recommend, if you can, tape off the edges so you could like kind of go over the edge a bit, if that makes sense. So you have like a border, but you're just filling up these hearts. And like some of them are going to be kind of wonky, but I like it when it's wonky. I'm going to try and do some half hearts so we can go kind of off the page here, just so it looks like it's just full of hearts. Throwing in some purple. Maybe a bottom of a heart here. Like that. And honestly, that's it. Again, if you want to do some sort of border, you can go right along the edge of the line there. And the reason why I'm letting myself use so much water is because I'm using a size 4 round. So it's not going to get too out of control. There's still some control because we're using such a small brush. Okay, so I mean, if I was using a larger brush, this would definitely be a lot harder to control. But like, look how cute that looks. I just love the look of watercolor when you have those really light bits and then the dark bleeds kind of going into each other. Like, just toss in some color into those wet lines. Okay, and the beauty of this, especially with kids, is that it can be messy. It doesn't have to be perfect. You don't want it to be perfect, actually. But like, look how cute that is. So simple, so easy. Okay. Now our next one is kind of similar, but we are going to be doing like full hearts where they're filled in, okay? And they're going to be doing the same kind of thing where they're bleeding into one another. So let's make our border first. This time, again, if you want to make like purple, you could do peach, you could do blue hearts. Honestly, you can do whatever color hearts you want to do for this. You don't have to stick to the red and pink, traditional Valentine colors. You can do whatever you like. I just really like red and pink. There's something about the brightness of them during these dreary cold months that I'm just like in love with. Okay, and I'm just using lots of water so I get lighter values. And then if you want to, like with the border, drop in some other colors. Even while the border's still wet, grab some of your metallics. Drop that into the border. Let it kind of bleed and dance through those lines. Okay. Okay, so now for our hearts, we are going to grab a color. I'm going to start off with a really saturated pink. So it's really dark. Okay. Then I'm going to completely wash off my brush, and I'm just going to use water. And when I touch that other heart, look what happens. Look at that. And that will eventually seep in, so it makes this really light color. Then you can grab another color and then just gently touch that really light one. And that will bleed into each other. So for this, you want to work kind of quickly so all the hearts are still wet and you get these really cool color bleeds. Okay. Gonna wash off my brush, just water. Touch the border a bit. Let's do a little gold heart. And you can do them different sizes. But the goal is to touch other hearts so they bleed into one another. Okay? So mix it up with the dark, really saturated colors. So like this red. And then wash off your brush and use just water to get those really light value hearts. Okay. A little bit of purple. But like, look how effortless and beautiful this looks. You're just, with these cards, for the goal for today is to just really enjoy the properties of watercolor and what they can do, because they're so different compared to other mediums. Other mediums don't bleed into each other like this. They don't have these effortless, beautiful watercolor effects. So don't worry about perfection of shape with these. Just kind of have fun and enjoy the little things that watercolor can do naturally. Okay? So pretty. Now, if you find that yours aren't bleeding into each other as easily, that may mean that you don't, like, your hearts are drying fairly fast. So you might need to work a little bit quicker to get some of those bleeds. And not every heart has to bleed into the next. Okay, like you can focus on maybe 2 hearts. So do one kind of quickly. And if you make it more wet, if you use more water, you'll have a better chance that you're going to get a bleed. Okay, so don't worry about using too much water with this. A lot of the time we want to, focus on our water control, make sure we don't have too much water. With this, if it is over watery and you get these puddles, that's okay. They turn into these really cool bleeds and like blooms, which for this, you kind of want that look. You want this kind of watercolor textured look, and just, I don't know, just have fun with it. Okay, last little one down here. And that's it. Honestly, super, super easy. And it looks so, so cute. Look already at this one with our salt. So pretty. Honestly, I love that. That looks so cool. Okay. Okay, for our last one, I just want to do a quick border again. Like I said, I love a border. This one you can kind of even do like little squigglies. Like this. Just little waves, if you like. Okay, then let's just do, I'm going to take some gold and I'm going to do just a really loose heart. I'm just going to kind of draw it over and over again like this. It's kind of like an outline. And all you're gonna do is then take your colors and you're just gonna do little hearts on the heart. Little hearts on the heart. Now you can wait for that gold to dry. Probably should have. Okay, let me let it dry really quickly first. Okay, now that it's dry, we can do these little hearts. And it's like you're doing a little heart wreath. Okay, you have that gold base. And you're just gonna fill the shape with hearts. Gonna fix this one a bit. There we go. Gonna change up the color. Do little ones, big ones. However you want. Okay, and then I'm gonna let that layer dry for a second. And then I'm gonna do another layer once it's completely dry. I'm gonna do another layer and you can overlap some of those hearts as long as it's dry. And it's just gonna be like this wreath of hearts. And you're gonna have layers. I'm trying to use lighter colors for these hearts on top so you can kind of see the other hearts underneath. You get a really cool layered look. I don't know if I love the border for this one. You could definitely do a different kind of border. But like, look how cute that is. Just a simple heart wreath, whatever you like to do. And honestly, these are so quick and easy, so much fun. You could just sit with your kids and, you know, create a bunch of Valentines for their friends, like write little messages, you know, to so-and-so, happy Valentine's Day. All right, and there we go. Look at your cute little Valentines. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. You found it pretty easy and you have fun. Thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it and I hope you learned something. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and follow me on all my other platforms for tons more content. Have a wonderful day, guys. Bye.